Dengan digital world that we are in today, sometimes kita terlalu consumed by it, kita jadi lupa. More screen time daripada quiet time.
Harus ada kesadaran diri dulu sih dari diri kita bahwa kita itu mau deket sama dia gitu, karena dia balik lagi di Alkitab juga bilang carilah dulu kerajaan Tuhan, baru segala sesuatu akan
seek
diberikan.
first the kingdom of God and everything else will be given unto you.
Given unto you gitu. Kalau kita mau seek, Tuhan bakal datang nggak? Pasti datang.
Caleb does Mbappe. Sorry.
Kadang-kadang whatever yang you bilang, whatever you see on the internet, it doesn't necessarily the same behind the scene-nya itu kita nggak tahu itu beneran atau enggak. It's just like a show that they post.
Gue merasa gue belum cukup punya pengalaman yang banyak untuk menceritakan. Tapi sebenarnya di sisi lain juga ada yang mendorong gitu loh untuk cuma kayak ya begitulah saling bertubrukan satu sama lain.
We have to break the pattern of the devil. Jadi jangan sampai kita yang diatur sama situation kita.
Hi everyone, welcome to Be
Alive.
Thank you teman-teman yang udah watching this lagi. Kita kembali lagi di episode ketiga kita. Nah hari ini kita konsepnya agak santai ya. Kita mau ngobrol-ngobrol sama teman kita yang memang berjemaat juga di GSJ Alive. Oke, kali ini gue kedatangan tamu teman-teman yang spesial buat gue juga. Yaitu yang pertama ada sister gue sendiri.
Hello.
This is JD. And then there is Caleb. Hi Caleb.
Hi, Mbappe is here, guys.
And one more, there is Lamen.
Hai.
Oke, maybe kita lanjut ya ke question-questionnya.
Jadi today kita tuh lebih mau bahas tentang our faith in digital world. Kalau kita kan as the youngsters, kita kan sangat pakai social media setiap hari. Kapan sih kita nggak pegang HP kita gitu, ya kan?
True.
Oke. Pertanyaan pertama dulu deh ya.
Let's go.
Kira-kira ya.
Let's go.
Okay.
Sure, let's go.
Pagi-pagi kalau kita bangun, what was the first thing we do?
First thing we do.
Lihat HP pasti.
See? Yeah, first thing I just open my phone, I look at Mbappe on YouTube, and you know.
Mbappe guy. Oke.
Cita-citanya jadi
Mbappe. Oke. Nah, kadang-kadang kan kita kadang-kadang padahal kita as a Christian youth,
Yeah.
padahal kita sudah dijelasin, kita grew up in church, kita grew up knowing the Lord, tapi most of the time the digitalized world is affecting our faith, ya kan, in such a way. Kadang-kadang kita mungkin maybe like we want to read our Bible through our phones, tiba-tiba kita ke distract sama yang something else gitu kan. Ya, nah, terus what do you think for both of you? Who is controlling you? Your phone atau you guys?
Honestly, I'm just being honest here. My phone controls me a lot, guys. Like I love every time. I love the Bible, yeah. I'm Christian, and honestly, it makes me feel happy to know the Lord and everything. Like He blessed me, and I just look at my phone every time I wake up, check the time. So sometimes when I'm like in the church, I listen to the pastor. I'm paying attention, like it's amazing, but sometimes I forget what the topic is, so I ask like ChatGPT for help of like what's the chapter in the Bible that he was talking about, so I can get on top of it.
Okay. How about Lamen?
Ya sometimes dikontrol sama HP, pasti sometimes juga kita yang ngontrol. Tapi bisa lah. Tapi gimana ya? Lebih banyak dikontrol sama HP sih.
Tapi emang benar sih, maksudnya di dunia sekarang kayak gini ya kita nggak bisa stop yang namanya HP itu sendiri, sedangkan ya jadi kebutuhan kita pribadi. Mau gimana pun caranya kita nggak bisa lepas.
Udah jadi muscle memory malah.
Iya, beda sama zamannya kita berdua. Kita berdua sama zaman kalian tuh beda banget.
Jangan bilang gitu lah, kita masih muda.
Benar. That time kita nggak punya HP secanggih sekarang gitu.
Kita milenial akhir ya.
Yes.
Lu Gen Z lu, Jan?
Iya, gue masih masuk Gen Z awal banget
Gen
gitu.
Z
Kalau
awal.
lu milenial, tapi
Gen Z.
ya
Bukan
itu
Gen Z, kan?
itu dia bedanya gapnya jauh banget. Sedangkan dunia kalian lahir dengan HP yang super canggih.
Iya,
Kita HP
benar
masih
sih,
Nokia kecil kayak gini.
Iya.
Yang dimana ya at that time kita mau lihat HP pun nggak ada. Even dulu juga waktu nggak ada HP itu gue juga pas bangun pagi pun juga yang gue pikirin udah main sih.
Main ya kan, which is
Main
now udah di replace sama HP.
Sama HP
gitu kan,
Ya,
iya.
itu emang apa ya, dari kecil kita mungkin karena ya balik lagi habit kita sebenarnya masih dibenerin dulu dari kecil juga sih, yang dimana kita bangun pagi itu harus berdoa dulu, bersyukur sama Tuhan kita masih bisa bangun, masih bisa jalanin hari, baru mungkin mau lihat HP atau apa itu boleh sih. Tapi menurut gua gimana kalau menurut Lamen and Caleb, kalau di dunia sekarang ini kan kita bilang oke lah, kita bilang HP itu jadi addicted buat kita. Tapi kalau gua bilang HP itu kita singkirin, misalnya kayak kalian nggak 24 jam without HP. Ya, 24 hours without HP.
3 jam pertama susah banget. Pasti
Yeah,
susah
it'd be
banget.
pretty hard, honestly.
Susah banget. Parah.
Even I
Without-
would
Yes.
agree.
Let's
It's susah
challenge
banget.
gitu. Misalnya kita challenge 24 jam tanpa HP, pasti susah banget.
Karena udah jadi kebiasaan kita. Nah, ini sindrom
Ada
Padahal
sindrom.
nggak ngapa-ngapain, nggak ada message, nggak ada apa, cuman ngecek aja gitu,
Ngecek aja.
pegang.
Yeah, it's just
sampai
like
kelingking kita tuh kadang ada yang bengkok gara-gara pegang ini.
Benar.
yeah, like 24 hours. Like I honestly, coming from Caleb, well, guys, I'm being honest. Like in a day, I could go out without just like using my phone, but there's always that itchy feeling of like checking it. Always, like what, what Lamen and everyone would say. But yeah,
Awesome. Masih oke lah for Caleb.
Distraction sih,
Distraction.
it's like a distraction, pretty much. Yeah.
Tapi sebenarnya social media or digital things that we are consuming in our everyday life, sebenarnya it also can in a way shape our faith juga.
Yeah.
Kan banyak konten-konten di social media yang actually can build our faith gitu kan. Tapi kadang-kadang ya in terms of scrolling, ketika kita scrolling, oke, supposing kita mau nonton khotbah gitu ya. Tiba-tiba oke, kita lagi nonton scrolling, oke, kita dengerin. Terus habis itu next reelsnya itu bukan khotbah. Iya kan? Kita inget gak khotbah yang sebelumnya? Iya kan? Iya kan? It's
Ya
not,
balik lagi yang gue juga bilang ya, mungkin karena kita sekarang udah terlalu cepat lihat yang 15 second, 20 second. Brain kita juga udah cepet banget gitu untuk nge-absorb semuanya.
bener-bener.
Kita aja yang milenial, maksudnya kita yang udah lebih tua dari mereka aja, itu kita absorpsinya cepet gimana dengan mereka.
Iya, lebih twice even
Twice,
triple ya.
bahkan triple dari kita. Dan actually I nggak setuju sih sebenarnya dengan kita itu lihat, misalnya kita mau dengerin firman Tuhan atau misalnya bahkan baca Alkitab itu dari phone
Iya.
gitu. Kalau menurut you guys gimana?
How do we?
Oke, from Caleb.
From Caleb, yeah. From Caleb, guys. I like to use traditionally when I was a kid. Okay, my mom told me and my dad to always use the Bible, the book version, right? But now because like I grew up, I have this in my life, so I just like to go in churches. I just read this, to be honest, and it does distract me, but I prefer it using the phone just because it's like way more easier. But like I have to, like if I have to bring my Bible, I have to, like open page to get to the chapter. But if I use my phone like this, but the thing is, using the book it feels way more, it feels way more like I'm close to God than than with the phone.
And lesser distractions.
Less distraction. So I would go with the Bible. I mean, just the book itself. But
But currently, what are you doing? What do you do?
I use the phone.
The phone.
Honestly,
Okay.
I use the phone.
How about
Lamen.
I use the phone.
Gua lebih suka di HP malah.
Di HP.
Lebih suka di HP.
Kebiasaan
Oke.
scrolling
Gimana?
mungkin.
kebiasaan scrolling?
Iya, jadi kan
Addiction ini juga dikatakan.
Iya, karena udah otomatis.
Otomatis.
cuma lebih karena kalau Bible asli kan tulisannya kecil-kecil.
Bisa
Agak
jadi benar.
gimana ya? Apa matanya yang agak
Iya.
gitu sih.
Tapi you guys kalau baca nih ya, misalkan you read your Bible, do you get like something that you get from the Bible? Do you guys actually write it down atau mungkin di notes di HP atau ya udah baca, ya udah yang penting hari ini gue baca Bible gitu.
Kadang sih, cuma nggak sering.
Kadang.
Kalau ada yang bener-bener, oh ini banget nih.
Yang kena
Iya,
banget,
kena
gitu,
banget.
yang
Itu
keklik
iya,
banget
pasti
ya.
langsung dicatat.
Yeah, sometimes Caleb, sometimes write it down. Sometimes not, but yeah.
Terus jadi what do you think? In what limit gitu yang bisa bilang kalau social media itu actually controlling you guys. Gimana biar kalian itu nggak let social media control you lah. What are ways gitu kira-kira?
What are ways ya? Yeah, let me
Kalau
go.
gue pakai ini sih di Instagram tuh kalau nggak salah ada fitur di mana kita it's time to sleep,
Iya.
it's time to take a break, ada gitu.
Oke, ini
Ada
fun
gitu.
fact juga ya
Ada
guys.
ada. Jadi pas kita lagi scroll kan kebiasaan tuh doom scrolling lah namanya kan. Biasaan scroll kasihkan, tiba-tiba ntar hitam semua. Iya time limit, ada time limit.
Yeah.
Aku pakai itu. Iya. Jadi biar nggak
Nggak biar.
Oke.
Waduh.
Sir Caleb.
Caleb does Mbappe. Sorry. Honestly, to not get distracted, yeah. To not let it control. To not let it control. Yeah, I just said like a timer. Really, sometimes when I'm like reading the Bible, not. No, sorry, but like whenever I feel like I need to get out of my house, I need to like, I need to visit my family, meet my little sister, so I won't get distracted by my phone. I just like to just like put my phone away whenever I wake up. So sometimes I just have like a bottle of water. I drink that. I go outside of my room and just like I take a bath and just like eat food, talk to my dad, basically like that. Yeah. So it's pretty good. So I won't get distracted. But sometimes when I scroll, I need to see my friend. So I text on WhatsApp. I'd be like, "Yo, Caleb, what's up?" And then I get the temptation of like, "Oh my god, I need to use my phone, but social media." But then,
Temptation guys.
Ya tapi menurut Ayah kalau misalnya ngomongin soal distraction gimana cara kita lari dari HP kita sendiri itu memang sebenarnya nggak ada caranya sih. Itu sebenarnya harus ada keinginan dari kita sendiri dulu bahwa diri kita tuh mau untuk melepasnya ini
Right,
gitu.
right.
Tapi untuk melepasnya gue tahu itu susah banget gitu. Untuk kita ngelepasin, untuk kita letting go, tapi asal kita mau coba sih bisa.
Coba, pasti
gitu.
bisa.
Ya benar dengan time limit itu bisa.
Tapi fun fact, I did that.
Ya.
I did that.
Ya, benar,
limitnya,
benar.
ada ini.
Remind me later.
yeah.
And then I ended up apa namanya tulisannya apa? What's the
Ignore
option?
for today.
Ignore for today.
Ada itu.
Yeah,
ada.
true.
enggak, iya.
It's just like, I guess I
So, gak ada gunanya gitu.
Iya benar juga.
I just mentally like just set a timer in my head, really. Like whenever I'm like working, right? I need to put my phone down. I just focus on this so I won't get addicted, or not addicted, but distracted by social media. I just like say to myself, I have to meditate. Say, okay, just breathe for 5 minutes. I look, like, and it makes me self-aware of what I have to do, so I won't get addicted to social media.
There are many ways
There are
ya.
many
Yang
ways.
penting tapi back
Betul.
again it's depends on us.
Depends on.
Bisa aja abis kena time limit ganti YouTube Shorts, ganti lagi Instagram.
Ganti sosial media lain.
Iya,
ganti
karena sekarang
TikTok.
optionnya banyak banget.
Tapi di satu sisi ya itu sebenarnya yang dengan habit kayak begitu itu sebenarnya ya secara tidak sengaja ya. Gue pernah lihat ada satu konten gitu dari Reels juga, itu katanya ketika kita nontonin ini dan kita doom scrolling seperti itu, kita tuh seperti kayak dipossess gitu sama something. Kayak ada spirit yang ngelit kita supaya
That's
kayak gitu.
another thing, iya.
Udah
Karena-
sebentar lagi, udah nonton aja, nggak ada masalah gitu.
Zaman sekarang memang that's how the devil
Iya,
works
betul.
gitu.
True.
Kadang-kadang kita itu sekarang addiction, ada hal yang control kita, yang bikin chain ke kita, itu bukan hal yang kayak dosa apa, tapi by not spending time with God, instead of spending time with God, we spend time on our TikTok, on our Reels, on everything on social media. It's also a sin ya.
Sin.
Maksudnya it's not
Actually ya.
necessarily a sin. It's just not prioritizing God in our life. It's not good juga kan?
Ya actually juga sebenarnya parah juga kita untuk baca Alkitab itu
Iya,
mungkin
kayak
cuma
ada
15
something is
menit.
controlling it. Iya.
It's only 15
Bayangin
minutes.
kalau kita
Iya,
waktu
social
yang
media.
kita spend on our social media, we spend it actually to God
To
gitu.
God, yeah.
Bahkan kadang-kadang kita kan suka dibilang we have to give God at least 10%. Kalau kita
10%.
offering apa namanya tithes apa, kita kan bilang kayak 10%. Do we actually in a day in our life kita at least kasih 10% nggak time kita ke Tuhan?
That's
Yeah, kan?
that's a great question.
Yeah, right?
crazy.
Yeah. Do you actually give 10%, just your 10% of life,
Ya,
your time?
itu susah banget sih sampai saat ini.
To be honest,
24
kayaknya
jam
I
berarti
juga belum.
24 jam hitungannya 2 jam ya.
2,5
Dua
jam.
setengah jam tuh.
That's great.
At
Like
least.
social media, like TikTok, bro. Caleb used bro. I use YouTube, Instagram. There's so many like ways of getting watching, entertainment and everything.
Yeah.
And so when it comes to like, again, like I saw this TikTok, right, of a quote of a pastor that says something, oh, this is word of God, and tells a story about something from the Bible, and it sounds amazing. But it's just like, sometimes you gotta look that up first to make sure it's actually legit.
Nah, ya benar.
That's true. That's another thing to be able to to know the difference. Is it correct or not? Yeah, to identify it. Okay.
Identify, yeah.
Correct.
Ya, don't believe anything you see in the internet.
Iya, benar banget. Especially guys,
Jangan percaya.
udah gila banget sih sekarang. Ya,
The
kan?
internet is getting,
Uh-uh.
it's getting crazy.
It's getting wild.
It's getting
right?
wild.
Nah, now moving on ya to the next section.
Go.
And sometimes kita on our social media, on this digital world with the world with kayak with all the information that we can access, we see people and we tend to compare ourselves.
Right.
Ya kan, jadi tiba-tiba kita mungkin orang bilang identity crisis karena kita lihat orang they're actually better than us.
Yeah.
We are actually in the same age as them, but we don't achieve as much as them, gitu. Jadi we compare ourselves juga. Nah, what do you think on that? Do you actually sometimes ke-trigger juga untuk compare yourself? Kok mereka bisa ya? Oh ini bisa nggak? Gue bisa nggak ya kayak mereka, something like that. Padahal kadang-kadang kan it's just a show. Kadang-kadang whatever yang you bilang, whatever you see on the internet, it doesn't necessarily the same behind the scene-nya itu kita nggak tahu itu beneran atau enggak. It's just like a show that they post. Gitu. What do you think on that?
Right.
Okay.
Go. Bren.
Kalau gue lihat yang kayak gitu sebenarnya kadang jadi membandingkan diri sendiri, tapi malah kalau di gue malah bikin termotivasi aja sebenarnya. Jadi gue harus bisa nih kayak gini, gue harus bisa melampaui dia.
Nah, jadi lebih ini ya, ke-trigger untuk
Trigger, iya,
motivasi, lebih ke motivasi.
Kadang juga ada momen-momen di mana ya
Tapi kadang-kadang kan kita juga mikirnya setiap orang berproses ya. Kan kita mungkin we take longer than them. Tapi ya pasti Tuhan kalau kita tetap pursue-nya Tuhan, pasti God will open the way lah for us gitu. What about you, Caleb?
Like when I was a kid, yeah. When Caleb was a kid, guys. You see, let me tell you something. Oh wait.
Baby Caleb.
Baby Caleb. But I wasn't really paying attention. You know, like how celebrities, right? Influencers and stuff. They be posting pictures on Instagram showing how great their life is. Like Ronaldo. Oh my God, guys. I got married. I got 6 kids. Look at this.
flexing
Right?
lah,
Flexing and all
Yeah.
that stuff. Like it's cool and it's great to like show people what you got going on, like your success. People should know that. It's great, right? But sometimes I do get, when I was a kid, like I thought, oh, I need to be like on their level. I need to put my standard, on the same page as them. But as I grew older, like people got their own, like lives, right? So you can't, but that comparing thing does come. It's just like, now I've realized that I can be better than what I was before. So it makes me, but it's like, yeah, social media, like really, yeah.
Tapi ya for me ya, saya cuma tambahin sedikit. Jadi gini, kalau kita melihat motivasi, kita melihat encouragement orang yang lebih better dari kita, gue sih setuju sebenarnya. Maksudnya setuju bahwa ya itu supaya kita itu lihat reflection kita tuh, misalkan kita ada yang salah nih, kita ada yang nggak sesuai dengan apa yang seharusnya Tuhan mau sama diri kita. Ya kita lihat orang ini memang bikin konten, dia berhasil, why don't we? Kita seharusnya bisa juga gitu loh.
True,
Tapi
true.
harus hati-hatinya apa? Yang gue sering dengar apa? Ketika kita nonton kayak gitu, sebenarnya dopamin kita tuh lagi dikasih. Dopamin itu jadi kayak rasa kita itu semakin kita nonton, semakin kita termotivasi. Tapi yang menjadi problem apa? Kita nggak gerak.
Yeah.
Kadang-kadang gitu.
It
Udah
really-
terlalu enak ngeliatin motivasi. Oh ya ini orang keren ya, orang ini kayak gini ya.
Iya, benar.
Yeah.
Suatu saat gue bisa loh pasti kayak gini. Tapi
Suatu
untuk-
saat.
suatu saat.
Aneh-aneh doang.
Iya.
Yeah,
Kita
it's just
cuma
like-
liatin, kita bilang ya nanti gue pasti kayak begini kok. Nanti.
Iya.
Itu kayak anggapannya kita nggak kasih
Iya,
dopamin ke
iya,
otak
iya,
kita
iya,
bahwa
iya.
lu tuh pasti bisa. Cuma lu
Iya.
nggak mau gerak. Nah ini
Iya,
harus
benar.
hati-hati juga.
Iya.
Kadang-kadang konsum kayak gitu bagus, bukan berarti kita sering harus konsum gitu loh. Karena kalau semakin kita sering ini tapi kita nggak gerakin ya sama aja bohong
Yeah.
gitu loh.
Yeah, right. Exactly right. Like, like you know, like Caleb likes to. Again, I love watching amazing people do something. I get inspired. I say, "Yo, bro, you look cool. Like, Lamin is cool, guys, right?" And he plays amazing. He's a great musician, and so
Thank you.
sometimes, whenever I look at someone like cooler than me, I get like, damn, I want to be. Sorry, I want. Sorry, is that okay? So, like, why can I not be cooler than? Why cannot? I want to be cool like him or her. And sometimes it gets through my head, but nowadays it's like, I think of it like, like motivation. Like really, it's like, it's a great example. Someone that's doing great. I should not compare myself to him exactly, but use him as like an example.
Ya.
Yeah. But it does compare. I mean, not compare. No, it does depend on people's perspective. So yeah.
True. So actually, yeah, that of course, even for me, kadang-kadang I juga compare myself. Tapi what I know, one thing that is our identity itu harusnya bukan dengan dengerin apa kata orang atau lihat apa orang yang udah achieve gitu.
Yeah.
Our identity is God's truth. Yeah, which is we are God's children, we are His beloved, we can do all things through Him who strengthen us. That's our calling, that's our identity. And kalau di sini kadang-kadang kita juga diingatkan ya, kalau identity kita itu untuk jadi the light and the salt of the world. Nah,
Right.
moving on nih ya kita, to be the light and to be the salt, using the digital media that we have. Kan kita udah sering dengerin apa yang mereka influence lah, pokoknya mereka udah upload, kita dengerin doang, kita kan cuma jadi consumer. Now, do you ever think to actually influence others to be the light? Kan now these days kita very easy to just upload whatever, maybe like a verse or maybe a testimony. What do you think on that? Well, have you ever thought on doing that, or what are the hindrance menurut kalian untuk actually influence others to be the light in the digital world gitu?
Mungkin gue jawab dulu ya.
Boleh.
Kalau dari gue sendiri yang jadi penghalang gue terbesar adalah rasa takut.
Rasa
Kadang-kadang takut dijudge.
takut dijudge. Oke.
Yes, itu paling mungkin basic lah, semua orang juga ngalamin itu, takut dijudge. Jadi ya kadang-kadang di pemikiran kita bahwa gua ini ngelakuin diri gua sekarang yang daily life gua aja kadang-kadang memang gua masih sinner gitu loh, masih pendosa. Bahkan ada beberapa orang yang tahu gue itu pernah ngelakuin salah ke mereka. Gimana ceritanya kalau gua ngomong tentang kebenaran firman Tuhan, tapi ya gue orang yang nonton ini adalah yang tahu dosa gue nih. Nah, kan jadinya kayak awkward gitu kan.
Kan lu sudah bertobat nih, in
Nah,
terms
gitu.
lu udah bertobat gitu ya.
Betul. Jadi balik lagi sebenarnya ya kita manusia nggak luput dari semua kesalahan sih sebenarnya.
Benar sih.
Jadi kalau misalkan ngomongin soal itu ya rasa takutnya itu sih yang paling susah untuk di battle, di overcome. Karena ya balik lagi pemikiran selalu diri gue tuh nggak sempurna. Jadi karena kita nggak sempurna, untuk kita ngomong ke orang seakan-akan kita ngajarin orang, apalagi kita belum ada ya dengan kata-kata gue nggak sempurna itu, jadi gue takut di situ aja sih. Padahal sebenarnya actually bisa-bisa aja gitu loh. Sesimpel cuman testimoni atau apa seharusnya sih sebenarnya sanggup
Bisa ya.
seharusnya.
Right.
Alright, Caleb, what do you think?
Me. Caleb. Okay, guys. Caleb back at it again. So about influencing other people. Okay. So again, because of how the internet is evolving now, right? You got like people posting so many positive things on TikTok and all this stuff. So I've done that, but not, it's like personal, if that makes sense. Like I like to share let's like WhatsApp, you know, like on stories. Like you want to share something positive, like hi guys, I hope you have a beautiful day. Just, you know, hope you just enjoy your time. Like take care, do something great or something, right? Do something great, do what makes you happy, just be yourself. And sometimes, like one time I connected with a friend of mine, an old friend of mine, and he said, "Oh bro, this makes me feel better. Thank you so much for making me, you know, this and that." So, but I haven't really, I'd love to like make obviously if I get bigger, if I succeed and have a lot of followers on Instagram, I'd love to like just share, guys, just keep doing what you do, love what you do, and just
Yeah, sometimes I feel like Caleb juga gitu. Walaupun kita masih struggle, sometimes kita ngomong ke depan kamera atau ngomong ke orang-orang itu, ya kita pun masih ada struggle-nya. Actually, you still struggle with your struggles.
exactly like
Jadi,
struggle with your struggle.
Kenapa harus khawatir gitu loh? Nggak perlu khawatir. Struggle itu pasti ada. Ya udah, kita memotivasi orang, kita pun juga termotivasi sebenarnya.
Oh, jadi ya sebenarnya sih ya, the word of God is a double-edged sword
Yes.
for us. Itu buat orang juga buat kita gitu
Yes,
loh.
true.
Jadi kadang-kadang kalau kita bagiin itu ke orang, itu juga sebenarnya yang kena di kita gitu. Whatever that we are feeling, that itu yang something that we need gitu.
Gua pengalaman terbesarnya sih cuman ini. Belum cukup pengalaman. Kurang pengalaman. Dalam apa ya?
Yeah.
Mendapati God's works aja sih sebenarnya.
Yeah.
Gue merasa gue belum cukup punya apa ya, pengalaman yang banyak untuk menceritakan. Tapi sebenarnya di sisi lain juga ada yang mendorong gitu loh untuk ayolah, iya ada pengen juga. Cuma kayak ya begitulah, saling bertubrukan satu sama lain.
Iya enggak
Iya,
gitu
enggak,
ya.
iya, enggak.
Tapi ya kadang-kadang kayak kemarin Jani kita sempat bahas ya. Sebenarnya kalau kita dapat something nih ya, kita misalnya mungkin dari abis kita dengar khotbah, after kita read our Bible, sometimes kalau kita tulis itu bagus, ya kan? Tulis bagus atau kita baca itu bagus. Cuman once we are actually sharing it to others, itu lebih ngena, lebih kita lebih apa Jan kemarin?
Jadi ada ilustrasi kalau seorang mau belajar itu, ketika lu baca ingat lu segini. Tapi kalau lu udah nulis, itu ingat lu naik lagi. Tapi ketika lu share, lu itu udah inget banget. Jadi kayak udah mendalami hidup lu, dan lu juga bisa nge-share untuk orang itu supaya menjalani apa yang lu dapat ini sebenarnya gitu.
Right. You know what? Hold on. Caleb has a story. Okay. So one time, yeah, I don't know which church. So my dad and my mom is kind of religious. She really like lets me go to any church, but it's all cool, right? So after this one, I don't know which one, I've had this like feeling, like basically I've listened to the pastor talking about, you know, how great God is and how beautiful I should just follow what Jesus does, like, you know, be a servant to God, help out people too. And basically I was walking, going to the busway, and I saw a homeless person, and I gave him some money, and he said to me like, thank you so much. And it made me feel better, you know. And so the thing is like, I'd like to influence people to do that. Like, I'm not trying to say, you know, like how social media, like people like to flex and say, oh, there's this homeless guy, let's just take a video and try to be a nice person, but they just use that for clout, right? So it's just like, I'd say to influence other people is good. It's just like this clout chasing thing. A lot of people do that in social media. So it's kind of hard to do it, if that makes sense. To like let people know you should do something great, because they think like, I'm gonna just like focus on this, you know.
To actually do the thing.
Do like actually give like help out poor people, not because like you're looking up You're looking up, so, oh God, look at me. I'm no, like do it like actually from your heart. Like be kind.
Sebenarnya sih ya, it's not only that. We can actually share even our talent. Like you guys can sing, you guys can play the music, ya kan, whatever it is. You can actually do content about singing, about worshiping. It doesn't have to like you have to tell the story apa. Siapa tahu orang misalkan lagi ngedown lagi apa, terus tiba-tiba mereka dengan you guys nyanyi or apa, mereka jadi termotivasi, apa ya, spiritnya lifted up lagi gitu. Something sebenarnya kita kan bisa. Cuman kadang-kadang emang even for me juga it's not that easy. Even ya satu kita takut dikondem orang, ya kan? Kita takut orang bilang, dia kayak hidupnya nggak bener-bener amat. Kayak kemarin juga masih marah sama itu, berantem sama adeknya tuh, gitu kan? Kayak berantem itu masih suka nggak ngomong sama adeknya, misalkan something like that, gitu ya. Tapi kadang-kadang is all the affirmation from the social media is true, gitu. Sometimes kan back again, kita kan apa ya? Kita tuh hidup nggak akan 100% benar. We will never be able to be God. Exactly. Even though we are the child of God, but we are human being. Exactly. Yeah, we have our flesh juga. Yeah, to live in the spirit. Yes, of course we have to live in the spirit, but of course we have to deal with our flesh desires as well. And sometimes we juga masih jatuh gitu kan. Kita masih jatuh, kita masih bisa berbuat dosa, kita masih bisa marah. Itu inevitable lah. Pokoknya kita masih bisa melakukan itu. Cuman even for me, untuk mulai itu memang it's not that easy, tapi bisa. Sebenarnya bisa gitu ya, sebenarnya bisa. Nah, terus tadi apa? Lamen ngomongin tentang apa?
Ada sisi lain yang menahan, ada sisi lain juga yang mendorong, gitu sih. Cuman sebatas kalau misalnya sharing ke orang, cuma sebatas cerita bareng sih, bertukar cerita aja, apa yang pernah terjadi gitu loh. Kayak sama teman dekat, belum berani untuk ke
public. Public. I don't know. When it comes to public, man.
Iya makanya.
There's so many people, bro. It's like it's like doing a live TikTok. You're trying to just spread positivity, but there's always gonna be a comment that says otherwise.
Tapi remember this, I pernah ingat satu quotes kayak gini. Kalau misalnya lu buat konten atau buat kayak begini-begini, even though satu orang yang bisa berubah karena kalian, lu harus pikirin itu deh. Jadi dengan konten kalian, walaupun ya memang misalnya head comment-nya 99, tapi satu orang selamat gara-gara lu orang. Itu gila loh.
But
it's crazy loh.
People in the room.
Yeah, but it's true though. Just like if we, I don't know, man. Like like I don't know, like being able to like change people's lives is obviously like the power of God. Obviously, it's amazing. Caleb, I don't know. Me, I like to, again, like what Lamin says, really like just helping out people in public, in front of the public it's so much pressure, bro. Like people always looking at you, trying to judge you, like, hey, why are you standing like that? But you know, why are you talking like that? But he's actually trying to give out a positive message and be optimistic and let people know that God is amazing, but people just want to hate for no reason.
Sometimes kita juga nggak harus kasih konten atau apa sih. Sebenarnya dari hidup kita sendiri, kalau kita live right, live according to God's will, kita ngelakuin apa yang firman Tuhan ini, orang sendiri bakalan lihat kita sendiri gitu. We reflect God's in our life. Gitu. Jadi sebenarnya tapi we can use this platform, social media actually. Tapi ya tinggal mau atau enggak dan kapannya aja, itu harus kita mulai gitu sebenarnya ya, konsistennya gitu.
Ya, memang masalahnya itu sih on and off-nya aja sebenarnya.
Kadang-kadang suka gitu. Dan ya again kita masih struggle with our own struggle most of the time. Jadi sebenarnya kalau dengan kekuatan kita mungkin nggak bisa. Tapi kalau emang Tuhan panggil kita untuk ini ya kita harus coba. At least coba, at least try. At least try. Okay. Now moving on. Now kita kan punya media itu yang very advanced, ya kan? Now we want to discuss on the topic of AI and its technology. Ya kan? AI. Okay. These days kan kita even in our social media, pokoknya konten kita bisa tahu lah yang AI yang mana, yang bukan AI yang mana. And sometimes kadang-kadang kita mau belajar firman, we want to know about God's truth. Sometimes kita, kalau kita nggak ngerti, misalkan even I do that, nggak ngerti, coba tanya ChatGPT ya, artinya apa? Misalkan tuh untuk menjelasin gitu. For me sih, kayaknya menurut Ayah itu nggak apa-apa sebenarnya ya, untuk cari konteks yang lebih dalam. Cuman kadang-kadang kita, for me, AI is good, tapi AI cannot be cannot replace God's truth gitu. Tetap kita harus baca firman Tuhannya
Ya,
gitu.
tapi ya itu sekarang problemnya on us saja kita
ya.
sendiri. We ask questions yang kita perlu, even Bible questions, not we read from Bible, tapi
Iya.
we use AI.
Iya sih Jan. Iya sih, true.
Gini, menurut saya itu nggak ada salahnya sebenarnya untuk mencari kebenaran firman Tuhan di AI. Itu betul, tapi balik lagi, kalau misalkan lu baca, lu mau cari tahu lebih dalam, itu boleh
bagus.
gitu loh. Tapi jangan pernah menjadikan, oh ya lu dapat satu ayat dari orang, lu terus cari di AI, udah lu nggak mau baca full scripture-nya kayak gitu. Karena pemahaman AI, pemahaman kita nanti yang Tuhan mau ngomong sama kita itu pasti beda jauh gitu loh. Sometimes kadang-kadang kita lagi baca apa, itu Tuhan kasih bilang, oh ya Jani, gue mau lu tuh sebenarnya gini gitu. Jadi kadang-kadang kita ngomong sama AI, ya memang AI pasti kasih perspektif yang beda lagi gitu loh. Padahal
bisa
tuh mau
perintahin
ngomong
aja
apa,
perspektif lain.
jadi kita sometimes denger, bahkan ya itu ada orang ngomong apa, kita lebih mau denger AI daripada denger suara Tuhan loh.
Sometimes
Itu kan
gitu.
crazy
ya.
gitu loh, nggak masuk akal gitu
Jadi
loh.
what do you think guys? Kira-kira kita kan udah depend more on technology, ya kan? Well, how do we know when we are actually depending on the technology or actually we're depending on God? Kayak Jani bilang God's voice. Kita kadang-kadang malah kita nggak dengar suara Tuhan and tetapnya. Based on your experience aja.
Sebenarnya kalau menurut gua boleh kita pakai AI, cuman harus ada satu tahap lagi, tahap verifikasi.
Yeah, right.
Ya kita back to the roots aja. Kayak buka Alkitab lagi. Kayak ya gitulah, buka Alkitab lagi. Jadi harus ada proses autentikasi lagi. Ya verifikasi 2 langkah lah. Iya.
Like I don't know, like
Cari sumbernya yang benar gitu.
saying like that's in Caleb's opinion, yeah. Yeah, all good. Yeah, all honesty, it's all good. So when it comes to the internet, like being honest, yeah, is probably the most like amazing thing that humankind have ever made.
Yeah.
It's probably the biggest milestone that we ever got, right? So I'm saying like, as in using it as a tool, AI can be good to study, to use it for work, but not just to get the answers immediately. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you just gotta figure it out yourself.
Yeah.
So when it comes to reading the Bible, now it's best to just read the Bible, you know? But sometimes I get caught like, oh, I forgot like the topic of Acts, so I gotta read the summary of it. But I don't want AI to just like always like feed me knowledge. I have to find it out myself. So I'd use it for like a tool, but I wouldn't use it to like for life. Like, AI, can you please open? Nah.
Kadang-kadang ya, jadi how to use AI wisely gitu. Jadi kita harus punya discernment-nya. Jadi two step of verification ya, contohnya kayak gitu ya. Terus abis itu kalau AI sebenarnya these days kita bisa pakai AI itu untuk actually cari cari source-nya sebenarnya. Kita bisa cari di mana ini nih yang nanti kita tinggal kita yang cari sendiri di.
Find it out yourself. Like when it comes to not like I'm not gonna ask ChatGPT like, yo, can you just tell me the whole story of the Bible? No. I gotta like read it out, like find my own meaning of what it tells, like the moral story of it all, so I can understand it from my perspective. But
That's good.
yeah.
Nah, jadi sebenarnya conclusion dari semua ini, sebenarnya kita tuh mau lebih lihat diri kita. Sebenarnya dengan digital world that we are in today, sometimes kita terlalu consumed by it, kita jadi lupa. Jadi kita we have more screen time daripada quiet time. Ya kan, kita jadi bangun tidur misalkan udah telat nih, kita langsung buru-buru kita pakai HP kita at least nggak doa juga. Kita langsung mandi atau apa, kita langsung makan, kita nggak doa, kita nggak spend time. Padahal to actually wake up today, it's God's grace gitu ya.
Exactly.
It's God's blessing that we can actually wake up today. Jadi seharusnya kita prioritize God. Tapi in this digital world and as we are the youngsters as well, kadang-kadang tuh kita suka lupa kan. Kita lupa kita prioritize this technology ya, okay, yang kita punya instead of having quiet time. What do you think, guys? From your experience, kalau kita harus evaluate ourselves, menurut kalian masih consumed by this digital world atau kalian actually udah bisa nih
Batas ya.
batasan ya,
Batas.
gitu, untuk actually not to be consumed much, but actually to discover what God's calling in your life gitu.
That's a great question. How amazing questions.
Soalnya kadang-kadang gini guys, kita kan anak muda ya. Nah, Tuhan itu kalau di Bible, Tuhan itu selalu bilang anak muda itu seperti anak panah. Dimana kalau kita bisa kuat di dalam Tuhan, itu iblis tuh takut. Takut sama kita. Then the tools that the devil use is social media, is the digital tools that we have today. Sometimes kita jadi busy, we don't focus, we don't spend our time with God. Jadi kitanya our faith, kita nggak bangun our faith lagi. Kita mulai jauh dari Tuhan. And ended up kita lebih mudah untuk jatuh dalam dosa. Kita lebih mudah untuk stres. Kita lebih mudah untuk bilangnya anak zaman sekarang, oh mental health gua nih gimana nih gitu. Anak zaman sekarang kan mau butuh healing dulu. Padahal healing we can get our quiet time with God gitu. It's bayangin guys, kita bisa have time sama yang the creator of the heavens and the earth gitu. Bukan kita yang kasih waktu untuk Tuhan, but actually God yang kasih waktu loh buat kita. Ketika kita seek Him in the quiet time, Tuhan yang datang ke kita, Tuhan yang lagi punya 1000 bilangnya, semua orang diurusin, this universe bahkan Tuhan yang ngurusin. Tapi kalau kita seek Dia, Tuhan mau datang loh gitu. What do you think, guys?
Well, guys.
Deep ya, this is deep ya.
This is pretty deep.
This is conclusion, but it's quite deep. Yeah.
Okay. Good Lord. That's okay. Okay. Well, just Caleb, be myself. I mean yourself. Yeah. Right. So, really, I'd say having the right people with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, whenever I forget, like, I just get distracted by social media. I wake up, I just like have to see someone. I have to talk to someone, and that gives me out. Like, I put my phone down and I talk to someone in real life. That gets me like feeling, oh, okay. Now I feel like I'm grateful. Like whenever I wake up, like I'm breathing, right? Like I'm happy that I'm alive the next day. So because of this, I get distracted and I take it for granted. So sometimes I just like I need to have like my family with me, just to get me out of that social media world thing, like not get distracted and just like live with God's, like, how beautiful life is. So I think it's pretty deep, guys.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, okay, to have the right people, but actually
So-
community.
To be a reminder, a community, just to like to remind like myself, like, oh, like, like God is happy, like you were here. I mean, you're here because of Him. So like, don't forget that. So
So to remind you to that you have boundaries. Gitu.
exactly, boundaries. Yeah,
Okay, nice one. Okay.
that's me.
Kalau gue setuju sih. I agree with you, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Kita harus punya lingkungan yang mensupport kita untuk bisa punya waktu lebih.
Yeah,
Ya, bisa
Ingetin kita.
ingatin
Exactly.
kita gimana. Karena kalau sepengalaman gue sendiri, gue susahnya di ini nih, konsistensi aja sih, on and off aja.
Yeah.
Jadi emang butuh orang yang bisa ingetin. Nah ya benar gitu sih.
yeah,
Untuk batasan sih
yeah.
Nah, gimana ya?
Or maybe
Apa?
Kira-kira.
maybe just like write something, like someone say to me, write something down every day what you're grateful for. Like 1, I visited my friend, 2, this, and I read it out loud so I can like not get like not like my mindset think about, oh, what's trending on, so oh my god, Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift. I mean, like, like, oh my God, what's the biggest news? Wow, the World Cup is amazing, but I should be grateful of what's happening right now. Right? Yeah. But it's just, like how, again, social media is beautiful. It's just like how you use it,
True, that's true. What about you, Jan?
Ya, kalau dari I sih balik lagi gini ya. Sometimes sih dalam hidup kita itu ya kita dikasih choice sama Tuhan sih sebenarnya. Kasih choice sama Tuhan mau seberapa maunya lu mau deket sama gua sebenarnya. Gitu loh. Sebisa mungkin di saat-saat kita memang udah tahu bahwa kita itu punya Tuhan, kita itu harus deket sama Dia, ya harus ada kesadaran diri dulu sih dari diri kita bahwa kita itu mau deket sama Dia gitu. Karena dia balik lagi di Alkitab juga bilang carilah dulu kerajaan Tuhan, baru segala sesuatu akan
Yeah, seek
diberikan.
first the kingdom of God and
Yes.
everything else will be
Ba-
given unto you.
given
ya.
unto you gitu. Kalau kita mau seek, Tuhan bakal datang nggak?
Pasti.
Pasti datang, pasti akan dikasih apa yang kita mau
Kita
gitu loh.
butuhkan.
Tapi jangan kita carinya di luar, di world gitu loh. When we seek to,
Especially
iya
ya.
betul. Kalau kita seeknya dari world, ya apa yang negatif dari dunia itu ya kita yang dapat.
Exactly. Yeah.
Anxiety, habis itu nggak nyaman, habis itu apapun.
Like people, I don't know how to say it, bro. This is Caleb gonna sound so wise, guys. This is coming all from my dad. Yeah, I love my dad because he was like, I think a pastor, before, but basically like I'm close to him, and me and him have this like a beautiful conversation, right? About like he tells me, "Yo, stop looking at your phone. Like read the Bible, do this and that." And because I see him every night actually like reading the Bible. And so whenever like I'm having a bad day or I think that, my life is worse or something, like, but when I look at other people's, struggles and everything, like people have, there's always going to be someone that have it tougher than me. So I gotta like be grateful. Like, really.
Of course. Nah,
That's true.
jadi dari situlah, karena kita udah cari kerajaannya Tuhan dan juga kita udah tahu identity kita lagi, balik lagi identity lagi, kita udah tahu itu dan kita mau untuk menjalankannya, itu semua akan diberikan kepada kita. Tapi memang nggak bisa pungkiri bahwa masalah dan juga struggle apapun kita pasti hadapin gitu loh.
True.
Kita pasti jalanin dan ya berpegang teguh pada firman Tuhan gitu. Foundationnya kita ya harus firman Tuhan itu sendiri. Ya ada foundationnya firman Tuhan, menjalani hidup itu juga dengan nyaman dan juga ada pegangan dalam hidup kita. Kita nggak usah khawatir bahwa kedepannya kita mau seperti apa gitu sih.
True.
Gue setuju sih sama yang
Thanks.
ngandelin diri sendiri, karena pengalaman gua setiap kali gua berdoa untuk minta perubahan atau minta sesuatu, minta apa aja lah, pasti yang dikasih sama Tuhan tuh kesempatannya untuk berbuat, untuk dapat yang lu mau gitu.
Right. Yeah.
Gitu sih. Jadi gue setuju banget.
Dikasih tes lah sama Tuhan.
Iya
Iya,
benar.
tes,
Benar
iya,
itu
iya.
pasti dapat.
Yeah.
Ketika lo bisa lewatin, lo naik level.
Yeah.
Nah,
Like
pasti gitu.
actually,
Dapat gitu.
like sometimes Caleb like pray, right?
Nah, iya.
Honestly, yeah.
Pas ketika lo
Like,
ada masalah itu,
I swear,
you have to
like-
depend on God.
Right.
Yeah,
Like
bener.
exactly. When I was in school, yeah. Okay, this is trip from memory lane. But my school, my elementary was like international. It's like a church Adventist school, right? So elementary and junior high, I went there. I have some old friends, and my teachers was like very close with me, right? And so one time, we always would like to pray before we eat. Always pray. Yo, Caleb, lead the prayer. I'd be like, okay. Like sometimes, right, I just forget, and then they say, hey, yo, pray properly, bro. But really that prayer thing, I guess, like always just you know, before you eat. Because sometimes, I swear, sometimes when I eat, I just forget to pray. bro. It's just because of this damn thing.
What's that? Yeah. I do sometimes. Most of the time sih, I watch ke drama Korea while eating my dinner, while having lunch. Kayak ada something aja gitu. Ya.
Pas udah punya, iya.
Iya lupa doang. Jadi ya suka gitu. Tapi ya one thing ya yang I belajar juga dari Pastor Anand. Pastor Anand suka bilang, ingetin. Jadi ketika kita mau deket sama Tuhan nih, pasti iblis kan nggak suka ya. And then ketika kita misalkan kita udah bilang oke nih besok pagi mau bangun pagi mau doa misalkan like that ya, I wanna spend my time with the Lord, I want to wake up at 6 or 7 a.m. in the morning, and then kita udah set a time, tapi besoknya pasti kita setengah mati mau bangun, ya kan? Karena that's a temptation, pasti the devil will not like it, and the devil itu will look at the pattern. If we fall into that pattern, misalkan kita akhirnya kita nggak bangun tuh hari itu, kita nggak bangun, or maybe kita mau ke gereja, we want to go to church misalkan. Nah ketika kita dikasih sakit, kita tiba-tiba perut nggak enak or pusing sedikit, terus akhirnya we decided we want to just stay at home. Nah that's the pattern. Ketika the pattern works, ketika kita nggak jadi ke gereja misalkan gitu, nah the devil will use that pattern again. Jadi pokoknya setiap kali nih anak sakit atau nih anak misalkan tiba-tiba ada kerjaan gitu, dia nggak akan ke gereja gitu. Jadi kadang-kadang kita harus overcome temptationnya. Jadi walaupun kita ada sakit, kita dikit-dikit pusing atau misalnya kita ada kerjaan yang lain, tetap it's better late than never. Kita tetap datang misalkan gitu. Nah we break that pattern gitu. Jadi pasti Tuhan akan bantu kita ketika kita willing to kita prioritize God. Pokoknya Tuhan, ya even though gue pusing, even though I'm feeling pain in my stomach supposing gitu, I'm just gonna go gitu. Jadi benar-benar lawan, karena itu juga masalah daging. Aduh capek banget nih, bangun pagi lagi, minggu lagi gitu kan, harus ke pelayanan lagi. Sebenarnya kan it's also a sacrifice ya guys. Kadang-kadang kita hari Minggu kita juga mau ke gereja, it's also a sacrifice. We again have to wake up early in the morning, tapi tetap ini buat Tuhan loh. Kalau Tuhan udah kasih kita yang terbaik, kok kita nggak mau kasih yang terbaik?
Exactly. It's all for God. It's all for God.
True. Jadi kalau for me, emang to start it's never easy, and to actually overcome the temptations it's not easy, but we have to, and we need to gitu. Jadi and we have to break the pattern of the devil. Jadi jangan sampai kita yang diatur sama situation kita gitu.
Yeah, I think that's wraps up everything.
True.
That's a wrap. Jadi thank you everyone yang udah watching this podcast until now.
Thank
Gak
you
kerasa
Caleb and
udah
Lamen
almost
juga.
sejam.
Thank you,
Iya,
Nani.
thank you
Thank
for
you, Lamen.
being
Thank you,
here.
Such a great time.
Yeah,
Kita bisa
so
ngobrol
fun,
lagi.
ya.
Kita mesti bikin ini ya.
Iya.
Lebih
We should
sering.
make this
Jadi
more often.
benar.
tapi
Iya,
di satu
iya.
sisi ya kita belajar dengan adanya ini pun juga kita tuh membangun each other gitu loh.
Iya, jadi
Jadi
saling ngingetin
gua
juga.
belajar dari Lamen, learn from you as well, learn from Jenny as well. Jadi kita sendiri pun juga membangun. Jadi for everyone who's watching this, kalau kalian masih belum bergereja atau kalian ingin join kita gitu ya, jangan lupa join ke
Cool Kids.
Yes, live. Kita ada youth service every every Sunday we have a youth service at 3 p.m. and also Sunday service every Sunday at 11 a.m. So you guys come and join
You can
us.
join us.
Kita ada gitaris Lamen dan juga ada gitaris juga Caleb.
And they're both are singers also.
Yes, of
They're
course.
very good.
Mereka keren-keren
Telling
banget.
you.
Yes.
Bisa terpukau nanti.
Mantap sekali. Thank you everyone. And then Bro Caleb, I give it to you to close.
Close? Okay.
Let's go.
Well, guys, Caleb would like to say that subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like, comment below what you think, and please
Klik that button.
click that button.
Subscribe.
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 Love to God. Yeah.
Okay, God bless you. Bye bye.
Bye.